Everybody knows that the IRS is very powerful. In the year 2000, I stopped practicing law and got involved in a non-legal business venture and did not go well. I incurred payroll debt up to $335,000. It was very overwhelming. When you go up against the IRS, first of all, they're in control. They have all the power. They can garnish your wages. They can drain your bank account. They can even take away your home.
When business owners come to us, they have a tax liability and they don't know exactly how to approach it. They know that they can't afford to pay it all at once. A lot of them are specialists in what they do, and they're not used to accounting and bookkeeping and that sort of thing. They're just trying to get their business started a lot of times. The liability, the amount that they owe keeps growing. They keep getting these collection letters, so there's some sort of panic that starts to set in.
We were a business that, like most businesses, there were ups and downs. We would hire people for our accounting needs, and they were having issues keeping our cash flow positive. And then, of course, there was some tax issues that developed from that I didn't become aware of until it had accumulated. I reached out to the IRS to discuss the tax liability, and the conversations were pretty blunt and to the point. They would give us basic information, but they wouldn't really give us a lot of advice with how to handle it.
About 2 years ago, I received a couple of letters from IRS. I was more focused on trying to grow the company than trying to resolve that issue until it finally caught to me. Final letters came in for about $1.3 million that I owed the IRS. When you receive those letters, they get scary. $1.3 million, it's like, how do I owe more than I made over those couple of years? My biggest fear was always going to jail. I have a family. I have 3 children. As their father, I didn't want to be in any position where I couldn't be there for them.
It's never too late to take action. It's better to find out exactly where you stand and then consult with an expert to determine what's the best step forward. At the law office of Tony Ramos, we help them get things in order, develop a plan for the future so that they can do the proper bookkeeping and record keeping so that they don't fall into this trap in the future.
Working with the law office of Tony Ramos was so easy for me. And they were great where I didn't have to focus that much time and energy on the process.
The line of communication was excellent, very responsive. Anytime there was a problem that needed to be addressed immediately, Tony would give me a call, or somebody in the office would give me a call.
Once we got the result coming in from the case and saying, you don't owe no longer 1.3 million, and it seems like taking that pressure off of me.
I frankly believe that had it not been for his help, that we might not have survived this episode. Now we've exceeded well with what we do, in no small part because of Tony's help.
Because I've been there, I want them to know that this is a temporary problem. There's a solution. Yes, you have to face the truth, where you're at, and what it's going to require to get out of that. But there's hope. It's not going to go on forever. There's always a good strategy for you.
I just want to thank the law offices of Tony Ramos. I consider them part of my business family now.
Tony is an IRS tax attorney. This is his specialty. This is why he succeeds at what he does. They are the go-to guys for your tax issues.
If you have IRS tax problems, call the law office of Tony Ramos.